Hello, everyone. My name is Danny, and this is going to be my review of Nostalgia. Nostalgia is a 2018 film, runtime of just under 2 hours. It's directed by Mark Pellington. It stars Jon Hamm, Catherine Keener, Bruce Dern, Ellen Burstyn, and John Ortiz. A profoundly moving drama about our collective need to find meaning in the objects we hold dear. Nostalgia is a mosaic of interconnected stories built around the central theme of loss and memory, filled with characters as real and recognizable as your friends and neighbors. With what critics proclaim as exceptional performances from a first-rate ensemble cast, including Jon Hamm, Ellen Burstyn, and Catherine Keener, Nostalgia is a movie worth remembering. Basically, I just wrote down a couple things because this movie gets a little confusing. It has to deal with people remembering things and dwelling on the past. So it has a couple moments where it kind of shifts gears. So that's kind of what I wrote down. So at first, just the very first 5 minutes, it kind of trends along the movie that it's very real, it's very raw emotion, it's very humane kind of movie about human elements, and I really appreciated it right off the bat. I really thought it was going in a good direction. I thought it had a good true meaning. It had people talking to each other, had people asking questions that they probably shouldn't ask, and the guy gave an answer that he just pulled out of nowhere. So, and it was really profound. A good conversation, and I was like, oh, okay, we're off to a good start. Then, so the first actor that's really good, if you've seen this movie, he's really good actor and everything. He gives this profound statement to this question and everything. And I wrote down, is it going to be about the insurance man the whole time? Well, no. After he has his 15 minutes or so, half an hour, whatever it is, it shifts gears. And I thought, what's going on? So I wanted him to come back. He never did. I thought they could have handled that differently. I thought they could have had him be a part of somebody else's situation. I mean, that's what movies do that are really great. They have this, and they tie them all together. They never did that. So then it comes up with Helen, and it talks about her for a while, and then it shifts gears. And I thought, what is going on? So this movie was getting a little annoying after a while, and it wasn't connecting the dots, and I was like, okay, fine. Let's talk about something else. So the constant moving camera, like people are just standing in one spot for a lot of this movie. And the camera will just pan around, like it's actually doing something, but the person's just standing there. And it's dramatic and it's effective and all that, but it just got annoying after a while. It's like, stop doing that. It's just walking around them. You know what I mean? It's like, it's good that you have a professional camera crew that likes to walk the whole time and everything, but it's really getting annoying for the viewer. And I just didn't like how they were moving the whole time. Okay, then it gets to the main... not the main story, just the last story, because everything's separated. This is literally 3 mini movies that could be continue each one, and they'd all be decent stories. But they fit these all 3 little segments into one movie. So the last segment has this daughter come upstairs and say how bored she is and blah, blah, blah. I wrote down, the redhead girl is a spoiled little brat. It's tough to hear her complain. What is the reason for her being in this movie? Wow. Yeah, she just comes off as like this little girl that can't do anything because it's so boring, and oh my gosh, I want to do this. And then she asks like 5 times if she can go do this thing of hanging out with her friends, and she gives all this huge dramatic speech about how she just cannot be bored. And I was like, oh my gosh, she ruined the movie. If you can call this a full movie, she ruined it. So that's my only criticisms. It kind of goes to that point where it's just kind of confusing and kind of non-connected, and you can't really do anything with that. Well, my last thing, I looked up the definition of nostalgia, and this doesn't seem to fit. It's about someone dying, and that's fine. But that doesn't seem... Remembering somebody doesn't seem to be nostalgia. The definition of nostalgia seems to me, who has common sense, about things from the past, like memories. You don't have to have somebody die for that to happen. I thought that kind of treaded on human emotion poorly. I think they could have, they talked about somebody being old. They talked about somebody losing their house. Those kind of things, that's nostalgic. Talking about the good old times, talking about when somebody was, happy with their home. Those were really effective moments. And this last one with this redhead, she just was annoying, and then I literally don't understand what happened to her, and that came off really poorly also. But then to end the movie with that whole situation just seemed like, ugh. So, Nostalgia is a new movie, and it's very differently made. So, I don't really know what to say about it, and I don't have that much bad stuff to say about it, but I don't have much good stuff to say about it. So, I'm just going to give it a C, and I'm going to suggest that you watch it, and I'm going to give it a chance and look it up. There really is good actors in this, which makes it sad that it kind of sucks. So, I think they need to look up the definition of nostalgia if they're going to name their movie that. I think they could have come up with a couple different things, connected memories or something a little bit more simpler. So, anyways, Nostalgia, kind of mediocre movie. I'm going to give it a C, and I'm glad I saw it. I'm glad these actors, especially some of the older ones, are still working and finding movies like this to connect with. It just is not a blockbuster. So, thanks a lot, guys. My name is Danny. If you like this or any of my other reviews, like and subscribe to my channel, and enjoy your movies. Thanks a lot.